Bear with me on this video. You know, this is supposed to be a special day for me. But I'm the kind of person, if you ain't deal with me then, don't try to deal with me now. If you ain't reached out, to me in general, don't take for no so-called special day for you to say, what's up, how you doing, etc. This life of a real loner is true. Give me a second. Monitoring spirits. Actually, one of the old landlords. Anyways, the life of a real loner, Like I said, this content is for my deep thinkers. I'm not mad at nobody, man. My family think that I'm acting funny. Certain associates say that a few associates that I have say I'm acting funny. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to be around people. It's because, man, this is a fake world, man. This is a fake world that we live in. It's always what you can do for somebody. Or it ain't about what you know, it's about who you know. You can have all the talent in the world, and you could be blackballed and held back, shadow banned, all of it. Like, this is a fake world, The narrative is set by the victim. You liable to hear all kind of noise when I'm making videos, even when I'm inside the house. I feel like it's even higher meanings to that. Throat study, I got to keep clearing my throat. Like some don't want me to put videos out or something. I just asked to support the channel. I've had a cash out 6 months before I ever put it in a video. I never talked about no special data or try to bag people for anything. I just wanted anything that come genuinely, But that's how the world is. I can't expect it to be different. Maybe so many years ago, and I mean a lot of years ago, I didn't think that this was, a whole spiritual thing. But now it's more and more as you live and experience, you start to understand that, this is exactly what it is. And you're not fighting against flesh and blood. You're fighting against demons in high places and principalities. You know what I'm saying? So all of this craziness that's going on in the world is by design. Again, I don't say enemy for nothing. If you're an enemy, you're an enemy. Like, if you're opposing groups of people or whoever, or humanity, however you want to do, if you're disagreeable to an individual or individuals, then you are an enemy. And everything is shown that this is war. This is why I talk about it a lot, because I want people that may not understand that this is what it is. Especially when you're searching for truth and you speaking truth and you getting deep and you into meditation and metaphysics, and because you're thinking deeper, You're not your average Joe Smo. That's why I always said to those real ones. A lot of people use that chosen word so loosely. But for the ones that's chosen and the ones that's called, and as a collective in general, we all have a mission. I have to learn to stop taking so many things personally. You have to learn to not take so many things personally. And if you hoping for somebody to give you something and waiting for somebody to give you something, no matter what it is, well, you'll be waiting a long time. You better get up and make something happen now. You better stand up for what's right, come together when you need to, or just in general. Whether it's racially, as a people, especially if you're being attacked, and the spiritual that manifests in the physical. The other day I seen something like I would call a whole demon face again. They told you that you'll start seeing it. This Caucasian lady from afar, looking at her, I seen what I would call a demon, an alien face. You're not dealing with just regular Joe Smo enemies either. See, once you start realizing that this earth is a battlefield, a testing ground, a laboratory, a prison, a realm, it's no different as you playing a video game. The only difference is that you're in this video game. When you gotta play to make it to the next level, you have to defeat enemies. You have to jump over hurdles. And the higher you get, the harder usually the level gets. That is the concept of life and ascending. These evil dragon or reptilians or whatever you want to call them, if you don't believe they real, I'm here to tell you, man, this stuff is real. This is the reason why it is divine intervention. A lot of us have a lot of questions, but a lot of answers, and all the answers lies within us. But doesn't mean you can't or not supposed to keep seeking. The world is not supposed to like you, especially if you're a part of those ones. If you're a part of those groups or people, individuals that just want to see a change for the positive, then I'm speaking to you, because there's a lot of evil, nasty, greedy Scrooges out here. You better stop paying attention about who's being funded and what's going on, and pay attention to everything that's going on around you. And the crazy thing is that the masses of the people are always dependent on an individual. I've noticed that. Always dependent on an individual. Oh, well, Kamala Harris, she's responsible for the immigration. No, it's not her alone. It's whoever think like that is whatever campaign they have. There's groups. It is the people. And it's you as well. I don't get deep into that. And the reason why I've even been speaking about this lately, because that's all you hear over and over. And people going through humiliation rituals. Going up there dancing around looking silly. People got to wake up, man. And there's a lot of people afraid. Because you are waking up. Everybody is waking up. So they got to keep throwing a bunch of BS in the game. They got to keep doing this and doing that. And attack you from this way and attack you from that way. Ain't nobody going to give you nothing. So get out of that victim mentality and get out of that mindset that somebody owe you something. It's 100% true that a lot of things have been taken to you. A lot of agree. Yeah. Also, the other people, let them tell it, which could be true. But, the crazy thing is we have to take everybody's burdens, those ones. And getting even deeper, the ones that got to spiritually carry this weight on their shoulders, which I'm one. And if you resonate with these videos, relating with these videos, and can, relate to these videos, and I'm talking to you. They hate me, they hating you, because we just speaking the real, we speaking real knowledge and truth. I'm not saying go attack people or do this or try to wake up people to go to war and wage war against somebody or something like that. No. Because the biggest war is in your mind. The biggest war is on your consciousness. Because if you can't even be free in your mind, no way you're going to be free in the physical world. Why do you think the word institutionalized exists? You got these people that go to prison and they from adolescence, they in juvenile facilities up to adult facilities, and it seems like they cannot stay out of jail. They cannot stay out of imprisonment. That's how the slavery in your brain is. Because you get used to a certain thing. You get used to a person telling you when to go to bed, when to shower, when to eat, when you could do that. They become your parent. And a lot of these young people in general, older people, younger people, they don't grow up in a two-parent home. They're usually one parent, usually the mother. But shout out to those single fathers that's out there doing what they got to do as well. They don't want people to say, hey, this place is designed, or this certain system is designed to not help you, but to keep you dependent, to keep you enslaved. Some people really call jail and prisons home. This is a fact. They don't know how to act in the physical world, I guess in the so-called free world, even though we understand ain't nothing free. You got to pay to come here, you got to pay to leave. But they can't come out in the real world and do things, the regular way and listen to rules and regulations. But yet they can get inside of there and just like some people, they won't work a job out here in the so-called free world. But then they can get locked up or go to jail or whatever, or prison, they got a job all in there. Modern day slavery. But that's for a whole nother story as well. For a whole nother vid. You can't look for sympathy or for people to have sorrow for you. Yeah, I get emotionally, especially around days and times like this. Because I think about my earthly family and things like that. And certain people think that I'm a weirdo or I'm acting funny because I don't like to be around, because it's a lot of drama going on. I don't like all the drama and the bickering and I'm not all into that. If I was, ever since I started making content, don't you think I would have been talking about, even though I am working on another channel, but that's for a whole nother, subject. I probably would talk about certain things then, but I'm staying to what's true or what I feel like, I have a calling for or what I should be speaking about right now. I ain't got time to have all the celebrity talk because they're part of the program and being programmed. I never trust none of those people, whether it was the cops, the politicians, the preacher, the lawyers, the teachers. I never trust none of them because all they're doing is misleading you and giving you misinformation. The Christ is you. You got to be your own savior. Even me, I'm like, man, it don't seem like they messing with the channel and all this and that. Just like some told me, triple ones, you got a voice, And the only thing they can do is try to hinder it. But you got a voice. And I'm speaking to you. Don't ever think you don't got a voice. See, they want you to be quiet, but you got to know when to be quiet. Don't always run your mouth. Don't tell your right hand what the left hand is doing. Don't tell your enemy all your plans at once. So they're going to be already ahead of you. Because they already ahead of you in certain ways, but not in this spiritual war, because those real ones that ascended to be masters are already here. I don't got to say what I am. The truth is in the pudding. The archons, the disagreeable archons, we're like puppets. You got people out here committing crimes and they can't even remember what they did. You got people out here erasing their whole families and they don't know why they did it. I forgot the fancy word for it, but it's called mind control. But it's another word for it that I can't think about right now. That's very real. You got voices that's around you all the time, some that you can't necessarily hear. But if you really slow down and pay attention and get around some silence, if you got that discernment, you can hear. Check out my the short feeds. I got them in there a few times. That's not my voice, but I ain't gonna get deep into that. That's a whole nother story. Like some spooky Halloween type stuff. You would think I would have been straight frightened. It sounds like a demon voice or something. I don't know. Wasn't nobody even in the house with me. We can get deep on it. Also with another vid I did. Just listen. So you can be programmed all you want and think life is just about life is like a damn reality show or something. Even the reality shows are fake and scripted. Ain't nothing reality about a reality show. But I ain't gonna drag this vid so longer. I just want to say, don't be fooled. You know, and they're trying to keep you in an emotional state and keep you in a victim mind state. They want you to be fearful, you know? You got to be fearless. And I hope that I'm inspiring when the real ones hear this. I'm out. It's triple.